My next question to you is, as a young black African woman, you've been to both types of churches, right? So you've been to the local types of churches, and then you've been to the international non-denominational churches. What are the differences and the similarities? And what is the most important thing when you're building a foundation in those places?
I think number one, I think as you said, is like the community. The community is one thing that is found in both local church and the international church. And I think with that, I've also learned that the seasons, it's okay to have seasons. That's why I think in the local church, you will find like there are different groups. So when you're a child, there are certain groups that you're put in. When you're a teenager, there are certain groups you're put in. When you're a young adult, there's certain place. When you become like a mother or you're a wife, or when you get divorced, when you get older, there are churches that have like different groups when it comes to this. So it's one thing that I think I keep on holding on to, because I know that not everybody will understand your situation, but if you're put in a group of people that are maybe in the same age group or in the same, maybe they're going through something that's the same. So that's what I think I've put out when it comes to local church and the international church. But like the foundation of all is God. Like it doesn't matter. Like if your local church is making you question God, it's you as a person. Like where are you at? Because we've had some churches saying, okay, this is a cult. This is a what? This is a what? Like, and those things are not going to end.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you go to this church, you go to that church, either local or international, people are going to say something about that particular church.
Oh, yes, for sure.
But it's very important for you, what is your relationship with God? I feel like when you have that relationship with God, you get to determine that this is a place to stay, this is not a place to stay, and all that. So as a young person and being African, and also like, in these international churches, we have like, you know, different people from different cultures. Like, on the local church, it's usually just people from different regions.
Yeah.
But in the international church, it's like different cultures, different ethnicities, and all that. And like the chaos of everything, it's just there. And like you find people that maybe will treat you differently, maybe because you're black. They treat you differently, maybe because you are this. They treat you differently, maybe because you are this. But like. What is so important is, number one, finding your ground, because if you know yourself, no matter what face, like if you stand your ground, you say, okay, this is my ground, this is me, and you build your foundation on God, like no matter what you experience, like it will not be anything to you. So
yeah, and I think that's definitely what the position I'm in right now, because of my racial experience, where someone has literally like racist towards me and nothing was done about it. Even the leaders didn't do anything about it. But I was just like, oh, okay, sharp, and I left. I was like, you know what, I think I'm trying to, that's the beef that I have with God, one of those beefs, you know it, where it's like, how do I return here knowing that there was no accountability, and again, meanness from Christians? What's going on? Like, because of the way people are generalized Christians, it's like we are forced to fit into this certain box where you can't be your authentic self, because you might fear that your authentic self is not likable, which we've talked about. And so because of that, you just conform. Not me though. I like myself. I love myself. So you already know, accountability is my thing. It's my jam. So if I'm in a place where I don't see that, I'm like, sorry, I can't be led by these people. If I'm in a place where I'm just like, hey, here, people are getting away with a lot of harmful behavior towards people who are genuinely seeking God and want to, you know, then that's where, like for me, when it comes to international church, I saw liberation, right? And then when it comes to the local churches, I'm like, there's a lot of restrictiveness and rigidness here that people are even like, even the way people dress and stuff like that, you're like, you know. However, I've also seen the community is really different in local churches and international churches, especially when it's different ethnicities. And then, at least with, you know, maybe in the international, I mean, the local churches, you see classism. But then in the international churches, racism, misogyny, and classism and elitism as well. So, and favoritism as well. Same thing, favoritism also in the local churches, but it's not as, you know, as international churches. But yeah, I think for me, that's the thing where it's like, if I can't be free in this place, and if there's no accountability, sorry. So maybe you guys can also give me advice as to how I can move past this thing. Like, I can forgive, but when it comes to white people, that's the thing that me and God are working on. but like for me, I'm just like, how do I return back to church with that? Which is what our next question is going to be about. Tune in to part 3.